What's going on, world? Welcome to JHouze Radio, episode 25, which is halfway to 50, which we appreciate your support, guys, to help us get to this point. It's your most amazing K to the J, and my also amazing partner, Los, back in the building.
Aloha.
What's going on, buddy? How you been? How was your week so far?
Week's been chaotic.
Yeah.
Very, very chaotic. Well, it all kind of started with the hurricane because I had two trees fall in my backyard and one tree fall on my mother's car.
Oh, wow. Your mom's car, too? That's crazy.
Yeah, but I got really lucky. The fence took most of the weight. So
Okay.
when I finally managed to cut most of the tree off, it just kind of scratched the car a little bit.
Oh, wow.
But not even like a heavy scratch, a very light surface scratch.
Yeah.
So we got lucky with the car, but my Bronco got covered in branches. My garage got covered in branches.
Wow.
First day, I had to literally break off branches and stuff by hand to get into my garage to grab a handsaw.
Yeah.
Spend a day and a half cutting all that. Then I had to spend $1,000 on a generator and a little mini college dorm fridge
Yeah.
because the surge from my big ass refrigerator would trip the breakers in the generator.
Yeah.
So then I had to do that, and I just literally been recovering from that. And my girl is about to switch jobs. So
Oh, really?
she just yeah. She left the pet store she was working at, and now she's going to be a nanny for a while.
Okay.
And she's going to do that for family members because they're kind of stuck in a bind.
Yeah.
And it's only for like a month or two, and then after that, she's going to go find the work that she likes to do, all the legal stuff. So
Okay.
you know, and I told her, she's good. I'll support her. I pay the bills.
Yeah.
To just worry about the proper job. But she's just such a caring and loving person and everything else that she's like still worried about everything.
Okay. Okay.
So, and I tell her everything will be fine. But she's her and my mom have one thing in common: they're both worriers. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that too. I tend to take things out of proportion more than I should, and like one little thing could go wrong that might not be that serious, and my worry level will be to like a 10. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like that sometimes. I need to change that.
I have an attitude more similar to like men who kind of men from the 70s, where you're just like, okay, and you just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And externally, you look perfect. You're like, damn, this motherfucker's got everything under control. But inside, you're like, ah.
No. Yeah. No.
Yeah, but this is good.
Yeah.
Like the other job was just the problem with the other job is she had a bad manager,
Okay.
and that bad manager would literally have my poor girl coming in 7 days a week.
Oh.
The manager would punch in and leave so she could go cheat on her husband with her girlfriend, or cheat on her girlfriend with another girl.
Let's hope that manager's wife is not listening to this show, or husband.
Oh no! I don't care I don't care. What are they gonna say? Like they can't go. That's slander. Is it true? Yes. Fuck you. It's not slander.
You know what I miss? And I was like thinking about that not too long ago. Movie theater popcorn. I freaking miss movie theater popcorn, man. It's so bad. I don't know.
There was this place. I forgot where in New Jersey it was, but it was one of those little teeny tiny mom and pop places.
Mm-hmm.
That used to pop the popcorn on the day that you got there. You know how most of these big chains have these huge bags of popcorn and they just
Oh yeah,
it up for you.
Here you go, fresh popcorn. Hey, you just do it in the microwave for like 10 seconds. Not fair, man.
Exactly. But I mean, I think I was like maybe 20 when I went to this place. Like we're talking, this is a long time ago.
Yeah.
And like you bought the ticket, and with the ticket was kind of expensive, but you got like a bucket of popcorn and a soda with it.
Really?
And it was this little, it was this little teeny tiny place that had 2 screens in it. That was it,
Mm-hmm.
but they were small. And I love the place, but I still remember that popcorn.
Popcorn does wonders, man. Like right now, I wish I could just go to a movie theater, even though I can't watch the movies. I just want to go in there and just order a popcorn and then just leave.
Yo, I love my girl. She's making popcorn for me because she just heard me say I miss popcorn.
Oh, I want some
You
popcorn.
see,
I want
that's why I
some.
love her, man. She's got my back.
I want some popcorn, man.
Um,
Um, but yeah, I'm
baby, we gotta text KJ a picture of the popcorn because he wants
Oh, you're
popcorn.
really gonna do
It's the
that?
best we can do virtually. Yo,
Chat, I cannot
yo, you've been my
believe
friend for years. You know how I buzz balls.
Los is about to like torture me right now. He know I love me some damn popcorn, man. He's gonna torture me. That's horrible, dude. How you gonna do that to me?
Yo,
I can't believe you're gonna do that
come
to
on,
me.
bro. You know I bust your chops. That's what we do.
Oh man, but
Interesting fact about popcorn. Popcorn was junk food of the Mayas. No, I'm serious. That was one of their junk foods was popcorn.
really?
Yeah, they used to take the kernels, put it in sand out of all things, to heat it up, and then they would just make popcorn that way.
Holy crap. That's actually
Popcorn is one of the ancient junk foods.
there we go, chat. That is our random fact for the day. You know, random fact. So yeah, as far as what I'm playing, I'm not really playing much of anything. Still playing a little bit of Overwatch. I'm not really jumping into anything new. But we do have the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake. I guess you can call it a remake that's coming out. I think within like the next week or two. Have you played like
It wasn't that on PS1?
yeah, it was chat, help me out here. Was that on PS1, PS2? I know it was on one of the earlier PlayStations. I think it was PS2. But they're pretty much remaking part 1 and remaking part 2 basically, and it's going to be in 4K. All the skaters are going to be a little older now basically, so you're going to play that, so you're going to be able to play as old man Tony Hawk. It's pretty cool. I mean, Pro Skater was
Wow, it looks amazing.
yeah, it looks so good, dude. It looks so good compared to how it looked back in the day. So good. And like they're gonna bring back some of the classic like tracks, you know, like from the soundtrack in that game. Some of the songs they can't do it obviously for copyright purposes. But yeah, I'm definitely getting this, you know, once it comes out. I think it comes out August 4th actually, now that I think about it. So that dude is wearing a Freddy Krueger shirt. Do you see that? That is so dope. I like that.
Yeah. I'm just more curious of the music because the one thing I gave the first game was they had a lot of really, really, really good music. Like one of the things they had was they had ska music, like Less Than Jake,
Yes.
and I think one other band.
The music was just so good, man.
So good.
So classic, man. It was great. And I played the hell out of that game. That was one of my favorite games during that time. So they're going to be coming out with the remake 1 and 2. That's coming out on April 4th. So that's what I'm definitely going to be jumping into.
Oh, that's at least 6 months away.
I mean, oh damn, I didn't mean to say April 4th. I'm sorry, September 4th. Jeez, why I say April?
Oh, that's right around the corner.
Yeah, I think it's next week. Yeah, next Friday actually. So I'm definitely picking that up. Beaky says the only games I'm focused on, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and the Avengers.
Hell yeah, Miles Morales.
Yes, I cannot wait for that game to drop. Cannot wait for it to drop. It's going to be exclusive on the PS5 though, so you're gonna have to get a new console, man. You have to get a new console.
Yo, I'm still playing games on my 360.
360 has some classics on there. Do not sleep on 360.
Oh, by the way, check your phone.
Did you really?
He just sent you a picture of the
You
popcorn.
really
Check your
sent
phone.
me as I dropped my watch on the floor. Hopefully I didn't break my watch, chat. Okay, there we go. Chat. Los just sent me. And he's holding it in front of me right.
Wait.
Oh my god. ASMR stream of Los chewing on popcorn. I love it.
Yo, she even put the cheese powder on it.
Oh, you know what, man? One day I'm gonna hang out with you, and you're not gonna have Jack, and I'm just gonna drink it in front of you, savor it. Watch, you watch. It's
Yo,
gonna.
I'm a lightweight now, bro. After 2 drinks, I'm like a drunk fat frat girl. Oh my god, I'm so drunk.
I've always been a lightweight, so I'm not gonna be ashamed of that. You're hilarious, dude. What am I watching? I am currently watching High Score. It is a documentary series that is currently on Netflix. It pretty much runs down the history of gaming, going back to the Atari days, going back to Pac-Man, like just, you know, where gaming started. And it's not just talking about the high profile games. It's literally deep, like digging into like the lore of how these games were made, how Atari failed. And it's such an informative show. I think I'm only like maybe 3 episodes in, and so far I'm loving it. There's some things in that show that I didn't even know, and I'm a pretty big gamer, so it's a pretty good history lesson going back into gaming, basically. It's called High Score, currently on Netflix right now. It's supposed to be a limited time series, so I would jump on it. I don't know how long it's going to be on there. So
That's actually one of the things that I was interested in watching.
really,
I saw it in the suggestions,
yeah.
and I was like, maybe I'll watch it. But if you recommend it, I'll definitely watch it. I'll probably watch it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, even if you're not a gamer, it's just interesting, just to see how some of these games, started basically, and some of these companies, how like I like the fact that it showed how companies failed. It's not just about all the success stories. It's about how like what went wrong in the process of some of these companies, basically.
Okay.
And what am I listening to? I am currently listening to Logic's new album. Just check it out, man. It's like, and coming from me, I don't listen to a lot of current rap. I don't. I don't like.
Let
I
me ask you
don't.
this question: Is he better than Migos?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. If he's better than Migos, I'll take a listen.
By
Is he
far.
better than what's his name? The Old Town Road guy.
You can't even. All right, I'm gonna put it this way. You can't even say their name in the same sentence.
Then I'll listen. I will actually take a listen.
But yeah, Logic's new album, No Pressure, is available now. It just came out not too long ago. And like I said, I'm usually a person who I don't really like listening to a lot of hip hop, like current hip hop. A lot of it just doesn't interest me at all. It's just boring. It's really boring. It makes no sense. And when I heard Logic had a new album, I was like, whatever. I've never been a Logic fan. I think I might have listened to maybe 2 songs before I heard this album. And something told me, listen to it, check it out. Within like the first 2 songs, I was like, wow, this is pretty freaking good. And I just kept listening and kept listening. I was like, yeah, I like this. And maybe I like it even more because he just recently became a father, basically. He talks about, being a dad and, growing up and, looking back on his life and how he realized how he took certain things for granted, et cetera, et cetera. But overall, he sounds really mature. He's not like, immature with his verses and lyrics and things like that. And it was produced by No ID, which No ID is an awesome producer. And it gave like his album gave me that vibe of like old school hip hop. He had that jazz flair in there. He had that old school just sound, and I was really impressed. So
What's one of the names of his new songs?
one of the names of his songs that I actually love, by the way, and I'm about to pull it up right here real quick. Let me see. One of my favorite tracks on his album is called Open Mic. Love that track.
Open Mic Aquarius.
Yes, love that track.
All right. I have it in my record pool. I'm going to just add it to my queue.
Yeah, check it out
So
for
I can
sure.
download it later.
It's definitely worth it. But yeah, that's my PWO. What about you? What's going on with you? What's your PWO?
Clay, you know me that I like to play a lot of classic games. You could say I don't buy games outright. Like I wait a year or 2 before I buy them.
Okay.
So, and I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan. And Assassin's Creed Origins was on sale for like $11.
Really?
So, I got it, from the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
And I'm playing that. And I was really surprised how, I guess the right term for it was casual this one is as compared to the other ones.
Okay.
While the other ones, it was kind of, I felt like the story kept pushing you forward. Like, here's the next one. Go take care of this. Go do this. Go kill this one. Go kill that one.
Yeah.
And whenever you went exploring, there was always somebody out looking for you. And this one, it lets you breathe a little bit and lets you go, okay, I'm going to take care of this mission. Let me go search for a quest and do this quest. And let me do search for this and have a side quest.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying it more, and it gives me the ability to go, okay, I can play for an hour and put it down.
Yeah.
While as the other ones, I kind of felt like if I was going to play, I had to dedicate at least 2 or 3 hours to play it.
I can understand that. Yeah.
So I'm enjoying it a lot more. I'm rewatching I'm sort of rewatching 2 shows right now.
Okay.
I'm rewatching Leverage. I don't know if you ever saw that.
No, I don't think I've seen that one.
It's about a bunch of thieves who work with this one guy who's an ex-insurance investigator,
Okay.
and they become good guys. Where like you come up to them, oh, I have a problem. They and this is an actual story from them. I have a
Okay.
problem. Somebody is going to steal my horse, and so they figure out a way to get your horse back. Like they'll steal money out of an embassy, or out of a bank vault to help some other people. Like it's this weird show. It's a lot of funny. It's a lot of planning. Like
Yeah.
think of Ocean's 11 TV show version, but with a smaller crew. Ocean's 5.
Ocean's 5. Okay.
Really, really good show. Really funny. Really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that people talk about on the show, but I never noticed
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think about those things, was the guy who's the hacker on the show. He's black.
Okay.
So I was watching some behind the scenes stuff because it kind of showed up in my YouTube.
Yeah.
And he was talking to me. He goes, "Oh, I love the fact," he goes, "that I get to play the smart guy on the show, and I'm a little nerdy, so it's not the stereotype and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh shit, I never thought about it that way. I just thought of it as that's that character." But
Yeah.
then the more he talked about it, the more I was like, he's right. It's very like you don't see a Latino hacker out there, you know. He's in the corner going, "Hey, SA, hey, home."
Except from Flash. What is his name? Cisco.
Oh, that's right, Cisco.
I love that
That's
dude,
right.
by the way. I love that dude.
He's fucking funny.
He's hilarious.
And Beaky says they ruined it with a paid subscription.
Well, I mean, you gotta look at it. These big companies gotta make money. PlayStation, if you want to be official, PlayStation was the first one to start a paid online subscription to play online, and then Microsoft follow suit. Say that?
And Nintendo does that too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they gotta make money, so I mean, they're not gonna give you online gaming is not gonna be for free. That's like saying, oh, I can get internet for free.
No.
It's not gonna happen. What are you listening to?
Not really listening to much right now.
Yeah.
Like literally because of everything ever since the hurricane, I'm not really listening to much. I've been listening to a podcast on my way from work and home called
JHouze Radio.
Fake Doctors Real Friends.
Fake
No,
Doctors
it's called
Real
Fake
Friends?
Doctors Real. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the TV show Scrubs?
Yes, I love that show, by the way.
It's Zach Braff, which is JD and Turk. They're friends in real life, and they rewatch the show, but that's what they're supposed to be doing. But they barely talk about the show. They just kind of bullshit and pick on each other. It's fucking hysterical.
I love podcasts and shows that have a topic, but then they get off topic. Like I love seeing just like interesting banter, interesting conversation about things that I would not have normally thought about. I like a
And the thing
podcast.
is about it too, some of it kind of reminds me of us because you know how we pick on like people don't seem to understand. Like we are on our best behavior on the podcast.
We definitely are. We definitely are.
Because if you see us off the podcast, we are cracking jokes. We are talking shit. We are picking on each other. And really, 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 here we're on our best behavior. But they're not on their best behavior on the show. So that's why I laugh at it. It reminds me about you and me, how the way, the banter, the way we joke with each other, tell each other to shut up. No, you're wrong, blah, blah, blah. Like normal stuff,
All right, so let's jump into our random fact. My random fact, basically, is, and I learned this from the TV show High Score. There is a game console called Channel F. They came out in looks like November of 1976. That's when it was released, and it is the first console that allowed interchangeable cartridges, basically. Because before, when games first came out, it was only just you had this one console, whatever you had, and that one console only played one game, and that was it. So this was the first console to actually be able to do that. And I can't remember the person who founded it. Oh, I think he was, what was his name? He was an engineer. His name was Jerry Lawson. Yeah, 1976, the first game console to have interchangeable cartridges. And it looks like these little controllers looks like Nintendo Wii controllers or something. It looks pretty funny. That thing looks like an
It kind of
old
reminds
school
me of
VCR.
ColecoVision.
Yeah, I know.
No, it looks like the old Coleco. If the old ColecoVision and Atari had a kid.
Yeah, exactly. Like that, because the Atari had like that wood grain design, and like that's kind of what it kind of reminds me of. Yeah. So.
And it actually looks like it takes like 8-track cartridges.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. It looks like an 8-track cartridge almost. It was really big and thick. Just think like 2 Nintendo 64 cartridges put together. That's basically what it was. And yeah, it looks like an 8-track. Literally like an 8-track. Yeah, I didn't know about that either. And that's something that I found out from the show High Score. It was pretty interesting. I was like, that is so freaking cool. But yeah, that's my random fact.
I already said mine. Popcorn.
Oh, popcorn. Oh yeah, true. The same thing that he teased me for. And appreciate Miss Nittany in the chat teasing me with the popcorn.
I'm eating now. Look at this. Look at that wonderful kernel.
You and Miss Nittany in the chat teasing me with the damn popcorn, man. I don't appreciate that. All right. I really don't appreciate the love, man. Our first news. Well, I think it's gonna be our only news topic tonight because we have a lot to talk about from DC Fandome.
It's our only news.
Apple versus the world. I'm gonna let you throw down on that real quick, chat. I mean, Los, give me your rundown on what you think about Apple going up against Epic Games.
Apple versus Epic Games. Apple is 100% correct.
Oh.
Here's the bottom line. Okay. Epic got into the Apple Store, and they knew the terms of the deal. Okay. You sell through Apple. Apple gets their 30% cut, and that's it. You go around it, you're going to lose your ability to sell in the Apple Store. And Apple told them, you cannot circumvent the Apple Store, the App Store. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
You don't want to sell on Apple platform. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
They push it, and Apple's finally like, listen, man, you don't want to agree to the contract, you're out. It's no different than a lease. Okay. Yeah. If you have a lease on an apartment and it says no dogs, and you bring in a dog and they give you a chance to move out nicely, after a while you get an eviction notice. The same exact thing. Apple gave them terms and conditions, and they were like, you're out. Now, from the consumer standpoint, I can understand them saying, why are we getting charged all this extra money?
Yeah.
That's not fair to us, blah, 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 blah. But I can turn around and say, hey, listen, all right, I understand your point of view, but Epic Games could turn around and say, hey, listen, I'll take the L and charge less money so the price is equal on every platform. Because let's face it, you're buying, the in-game money.
Yeah.
Is it real money? No. It's just a bunch of data.
Yeah.
You can get the same data for a penny or for $1,000. Same data. So Epic could say, you know what? We're going to do it this way so we don't lose our iOS and Apple customers. But guess what? They were like, no, we're fucking greedy. All right. We don't want to pay Apple even though we agreed to this contract. So no.
Some people are calling Apple greedy because well, they're not really calling them greedy, I guess you can say, but some people are thinking that Apple's in the wrong for taking, I mean, granted, I know Apple has their rules and stuff like that, but a lot of people are saying that Apple may be wrong for the simple fact that they're allowing, and this is kind of still within the same topic, but not really. Let's say, for example, Microsoft, they're trying to get Game Pass on iOS, but Apple says we need to review each game that's on Game Pass if you're going to do that. Game Pass has about maybe a little over 100 games, and people are saying, well, Microsoft is saying, why do you have to review each game individually, but you don't review each each show individually for Netflix or for Hulu? What's the difference?
I don't agree with Apple, because Microsoft is essentially making a player shell.
Yeah.
And then they're streaming the information for the game.
Yeah.
So I'm not on Apple's side for that. They're completely 100% wrong.
Okay.
Because it's the same thing like a Netflix. It's the same thing like an Amazon Prime Video.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to make sure the player is 100%, working. and then the game, each individual game, that goes on the developer.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Epic, no, they're in the wrong.
Yeah.
They want to circumvent stuff.
Speaking of Epic, did you see their backlash at Apple? Do you remember? Do you remember that? I think it was 1980. The commercial that Apple made going up against. I think it was. What was the other computer company in the 80s? What was it?
IBM. They were going after IBM at the time.
Yeah, they made like a commercial going up against IBM, trying to say, "Oh, we're gonna help make the PC landscape better." And that's when Apple came out with the Mac.
Like don't let 1984 become 1984.
Yeah,
that was the whole thing.
Yeah, basically. And Epic pretty much did the same thing. They made they took shots, and they remade that commercial, and I don't know. I just kind of thought that was a little kiddie, but they remade the commercial, hashtag free Fortnite, and just taking shots at Epic. I mean, just taking shots at Apple basically about the whole situation. And a lot of people thought that was a little immature that they did that. But at the same time, it was kind of interesting. I mean, these two companies going back and forth with each other, and
Listen, it's immature, it's a low shot, and if you really, truly, truly, truly want a free Fortnite, then guess what? Lower your prices so it matches the other platforms. Shut your mouth and get back on the Apple platform. Simple as that. It doesn't cost $10 to give you whatever the currency is. Like someone isn't actually, there isn't like a digital gnome somewhere actually building the coins to go, here you go. No, it's just a little switch.
Yeah.
Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy.
Yeah.
The whole issue is, the point of the matter is they don't want to give Apple the 30% cut. And that's what it boils down to.
I feel you. Well, I mean, so then how do you feel now? So now recently Apple said that now Apple's taking even more shots. They're saying that the engine that Epic used, which is I forgot what the
Unreal.
Unreal. They're trying to say that any game that is using the Unreal engine from Epic is now going to be it's not official, but they're contemplating taking that off of the App Store. Do you think that's fair to do that?
First of all, I doubt it, and I'm explaining why. Unreal has become almost a standard in the industry, not only in gaming, but in special effects in movies. The Mandalorian, all their backgrounds are done in Unreal.
Yeah.
So many games are done in Unreal. All the Arkham series games,
Yeah.
and so on and so on and so forth. That's just a lot of bullshit. I don't think that's 100% true, because if you get rid of every Unreal game, there goes half their catalog.
Yeah, I feel like if Apple goes through with that might be something that really might make a lot of people look at Apple sideways and say, wait, what are you doing? Because now it's not just Apple versus Fortnite, so to speak, or Epic. Because I mean, it's technically it's Epic, so now it's not just Apple versus Epic. Now it's literally Apple versus the world, literally at this point, because now you're affecting other developers who have nothing to do with Epic besides the fact that they use that software.
I think it might be something where if you use Unreal, they're going to be stricter on certain things. Because maybe there was something in Fortnite that kept glitching.
Yeah.
And Apple let it go for so long, but now they're going to be like, no, we're going to reach this standard. For them to cut off Unreal altogether, I don't think that's one, smart, two, good business practice, and three, you now lose a bunch of your games.
Yeah. Might even
Apple's not a gaming company, but their iOS is, so they need it.
Yeah, they do. And I mean, part of me think that Apple's probably making this move with Xbox, for example. They're probably making that move with Xbox because they have Apple games. If you put, because I don't know, I guess I can't say that because you have Netflix and they have Apple TV, so that will be competing with Apple TV. I don't know. I just figured that maybe they figured that Xbox Game Pass would be competing with Apple games. Maybe Apple Arcade. Maybe that's probably why.
I think it might be a two-step process that we're not aware of.
Yeah.
Step one, the initial release with 100 games. Let's make sure it's all compatible. After that, we're gonna let it go, because they might have done the same thing with Netflix. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, your player has to behave a certain way. We're gonna test out 100 shows. If we don't have a problem with 100 shows, there you go. The initial Netflix app for iOS was fucking garbage.
Really?
It was bad. It was really bad.
I don't
But now
remember
it
it too
runs
much actually.
and now it runs smooth.
Oh yeah, it's practically perfect. Like I would rather use it on my phone than use it on TV. I feel like it just runs better on phone sometimes. I feel like TV is a little sluggish.
Exactly.
You know? So I don't know. We'll see, man. It's the whole Microsoft thing sucks because I would love to have Game Pass on mobile. Just to try it out for one. I mean, it's not gonna make me switch back to Android or anything like that. That's not gonna happen. I'm already too deep into the Apple ecosystem right now, basically. But we'll see. I mean, I'm pretty sure eventually both of these Goliath companies are gonna come around. Eventually, we'll probably see Game Pass on iOS after whatever they decide to do, and eventually we'll see Fortnite back on iOS too. I mean, technically, you can still play Fortnite on iOS. It's only if you don't have it already downloaded. If you never downloaded before, you're not able to go in there to download it.
Right.
So, but you can.
I was never interested in Fortnite, so for me, it's no loss.
Yeah, I don't really care either. I just thought it was interesting, to see that both of these companies are just going back and forth like that.
I think Apple and Microsoft will work it out, but I don't think Apple and Epic will ever work it out. I think Epic is so petty. They're like, well, our next couple games is not going to be developed for you. I truly see it that way.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. All right, man. Let's jump into our show notes real quick, man. And we're going to deep dive into DC Fandome. It was DC's big fan event that happened last weekend, which I think it happened over 2 days. I think it was Saturday and Sunday this recently. And they pretty much dived into everything, their TV shows, their films, their games, everything DC that you can possibly think of. It was like Christmas for me, man. All right, the first one I want to jump into is Wonder Woman. What did you think of the trailer or information that came out of it?
New information, same trailer, same hype, same feelings. I don't think it added or took away from my expectations of Wonder Woman.
Yeah, same here.
I wanted to see it. Good director, good actor, good everything else. I'm not sure about the actress who plays Cheetah, but I have faith that the director picked the right person.
Yeah.
So again, still just as interested. It didn't hurt or help in any which way.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm not too crazy about the actress that's playing Cheetah either. I can't think of her name right now, but we normally see her in like comedy movies, so it was just kind of weird to see her play I guess it's a semi-serious character, kind of. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a good film, basically. So
you know who I would have loved to see as Cheetah?
Who?
Oh man, that she's in the WWE now. That she used to be a
WWE.
A WCW. She used to be a Ultimate Fighting champ.
Oh, Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
Really? What?
Hell yeah, bro! Like,
Ronda Rousey. I would have never guessed that you would have wanted to see her in a role like that. That's interesting.
She's funny. She can act, and not only that, she could fight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hot Rod can fight.
For sure. Oh, you know her little nickname too. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised at that one.
Yeah, no, she actually asked Roddy Piper if she could take the moniker.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about her acting chops though. I mean, I think I've seen, what was the last thing I seen her in? I saw her in a TV show 911, and it was okay. I mean, she still needs a little more, brushing up on her acting skills. But I mean, maybe, yeah, like that probably could have been dope. My whole question is, would she have been fluid enough and not too stiff, to like play that role off,
She has the mind of an athlete. She would train.
Yeah, true, exactly.
Like Schwarzenegger, he's a terrible actor, but he did a lot of acting classes and everything. He trained for the roles.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, like you said, same anticipation. Nothing really changed too much for me. Um, I kind of hated that they spoiled the movie a little bit. I don't know if you pay attention to it. They were pretty much saying that because her boyfriend is back, and I was wondering like, oh, how is her boyfriend back? Like, what's going on with
They spoiled that in May.
Oh, see, and that's the thing. I mean, I've been watching the trailers and stuff like that, but I've been trying to stay away from as much information about the film as possible. I mean, I don't know too much about the Wonder Woman comics, so I really didn't want to know anything about it. I just wanted to go into it with like a fresh mind, of trying to figure out why is he back. And they kind of, I mean, they basically talked about it, and I was a little upset that they kind of spoiled it. They kind of should have just left it go and let us find out once we saw the film. So, I mean, I'll still enjoy it. I just kind of wish that I didn't know about that,
They spoiled it in May, so I know.
Yeah.
I wish they would have done something that they did on the TV series. The Linda Carter 1970s one.
Yeah.
Where they kept the same actor, but it was from grandfather to grandson.
From grandfather?
When she was because in the Linda Carter Wonder Woman in the 70s, she started out in World War II. She left the world and came back in the 70s, and it was instead of the father, it was the grandson, and she wanted to fall in love with the grandson. But it was the same actor.
Wow, that's interesting. Holy crap! So
I forget what the character's name is.
Oh, okay. Do we have a release? Do we have a new release date on Wonder Woman? I mean, or is it still like up in the air right now?
It's up in the air.
Yeah, I'll definitely see it. Looking forward to that one. All right, the next one I wanted to jump into was Gotham Knights, man. What did you think of that game?
The game itself seems interesting because of the whole premise.
Yeah.
But I really hope it's 4 storylines.
What do you mean?
Where?
You mean with the characters? You're saying?
Right. Like if you choose to play as Nightwing, you follow the Nightwing storyline, and then at one point you intersect with the other 3. It's not like the same story with 4 different characters.
I would have to agree with you. I'm kind of hoping that we kind of have that too. From what we heard during Comic-Con, I think it's just the 2-player multiplayer. I think it's only online. As far as like just like as far as like your solo missions, yeah, I kind of hope everybody has like a little bit of like their own story, basically. Yeah. So wait, are you saying like you hope that you can pick Robin and then he has one playthrough, and then you pick Batgirl and then she has one playthrough? Like, is that what you're saying? That would be interesting.
And at the big boss fight at the end, all 4 characters meet up. Like all roads lead to this conclusion.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I would actually kind of like that. Now, my second question is, in the trailer they talked, well, not in the trailer, but in the convention, they said that Batman is dead. Do you think he's dead? Or do you think he's gonna, no. Is it like he'll be back at the end of the game kind of thing?
I think he'll be injured and in hiding.
Okay. Yeah, same here. I think it's an interesting premise that they went with. I would have, like when I heard a Batman game was in the works, I would have never thought that they would have came out and said from the beginning that Batman was dead. That caught me for a loop. I think it is. I like the fact that we're getting to have a game with different characters. I love Robin as well, Nightwing especially. So to have
Nightwing is my favorite.
Oh yeah, Nightwing is freaking awesome. I'm surprised they put Red Hood in there. That felt a little weird because he has guns and stuff like that. So I wonder how they're gonna throw that into the storyline because the Batman family usually quotes try not to kill people. I mean, they might knock them to concussion, but they try not to kill people. So I find it interesting that you have Batman, Robin. I mean, not Batman. You have Robin, Nightwing, huh?
In the comics, Red Hood is part of the Bat family, 150%.
So like, how do they incorporate everybody else and then this one guy with guns? Like, I'm just really curious to see how that's going to work because I don't know. I'm just really interested. I'm really interested in seeing how they're going to do that.
Bruce gives Jason Todd a pass.
Really? Okay.
My whole thing is I don't know which Robin this is. I don't know if it's not Jason Todd, the other one, Tim Drake.
I think it is Tim Drake.
who turns out to be Red Robin, or is it his son Damian?
Oh, good question.
That's the only thing I don't know.
Yeah.
Which Robin is it?
I mean, I was kind of like back and forth when I was watching the fandom. So I know they did mention um who the characters actually were. I know Batgirl's obviously Barbara. Um yeah, I have to research that. I mean, I love the design. Like you said, I'm just really curious to see how the solo missions are going to play out. Like, are we just going to is it going to be some missions Robin, some missions Batgirl? I'm really interested in seeing how the co-op works out. We should do like a stream of this game when it come out, like,
What platform
the
is it going
co-op.
to be for?
Huh?
What
Oh,
platform?
this is going to be on all platforms, I believe. Yeah, this is going to be on all platforms. This one comes out next year. We don't have an exact date, but this one comes out next year, so I'm really interested to like see how this works. And obviously, this one.
Listen, if
Oh, go ahead.
if it's out for PS4, I'll play with you. If it's out for PS5, wait till I get my PS5 and I'll actually stream a game with you.
Nice. Oh yeah, in the freaking Court of Owls. That's good. That's an interesting storyline. That is something that has not been touched in video games yet, in like any
Right.
Batman video game. So I'm really interested to see how they incorporate the Court of Owls into this game. Honestly, because
The other
that's
thing is too, the Court of Owls could have kidnapped Bruce.
exactly that's what I was thinking. I was thinking when they said Batman was dead, it has something to do with the Court of Owls. They either did something to him.
With this last shot. It makes you kind of think that maybe something's going on.
Yeah, I know. I was like, there's definitely something there. Something's going on. I don't really believe if Batman really is dead, I will be shocked. I mean, obviously this would be like in like a different storyline, obviously compared to the other one. But yeah, I'll be shocked. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm definitely gonna play this. And like I said, if we can stream this together, at least like once it releases, I think that'll be dope.
Yeah,
we should do it for sure.
Now, from there, let's go into Sparkle Batman.
Sparkle Batman. I really want to hear your opinion on this one.
I am less interested in the movie now that I've seen the trailer.
Okay, break it down for me. Why so?
The only thing I liked was the song.
That's it.
Because it's an awesome song.
It is an awesome song.
You're not getting that stupid stereotypical, here's a really fast song, we're going to pick a band that'll play a slow, depressing version of it. Finally. I think he looks ridiculous as Bruce Wayne.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God, look, it's emo goth Bruce Wayne. The costume is stupid.
You don't like I love the costume.
And he's so fucking skinny. He's so skinny. He looks like he's in Comic-Con. Look, I'm Batman.
Now, granted, there was a point where they did say that he stopped working out. I'm not making excuses for him, but they did say he stopped working out once COVID started. Because before COVID started, they already started, filming and everything like that. So I'm wondering if some of these shots is from that, from him not working out. But then again, it was a really quick shot, so we couldn't really see too much of him body wise, but he did look a little skinny. I'm not gonna lie. Like there was some sections where he did. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do find it a little weird with him being Bruce Wayne. Him being Batman, I'm fine with it. I'm just really curious as to how he's gonna be as Bruce Wayne. How is he gonna look? And yeah, like I said, he did look a little skinny. I will agree with you on that one. But they did say,
is this guy Commissioner Gordon?
Yes, he is. He's Commissioner Gordon before he becomes Commissioner Gordon. So he's just Detective Gordon.
Detective Gordon.
At this point,
okay.
Yeah.
Here's my problems with it. Okay. Now, one, it's obvious they're doing Hush. Okay.
Why do you say that? I'm curious. I'm gonna pause this right here because
they cover the guy's face.
Really, you know what?
Look how skinny he is.
Wait, let me go back. What, you mean like the Batman shot? Let me see.
Yeah, the Batman shot. He's skinny, bro. Like, my nephew is bigger than him. He's a toothpick.
It's hard to tell right there though, because the suit takes up so much of like.
Think about it. If the suit takes up so much bulk, how skinny is this man really?
True.
Ben Affleck was fucking jacked.
Ben Affleck was ready. He was ready for that role. He was ready. That dude was in the gym. Ben Affleck was throwing down. Big ups to him on that one. I got some words about Ben Affleck in a few too, but go ahead.
Let me get back to this. Okay. Okay. So you have Commissioner Gordon Black. So that now means Batgirl's black. Awesome. Okay. So now you're mixing up the Bat family.
I didn't think about that. That's so dope.
So is the daughter mixed or is the daughter just black? All right.
We're gonna pause this right here, chat.
You have that.
Okay.
Now they showed the shot of Catwoman. So now the Catwoman.
Yeah, let me play that. She's being played by Kravitz. What's her first name?
Oh, really? Lenny Kravitz's daughter?
Yeah.
Zoe.
Yeah. Zoe Kravitz is playing Batgirl. I mean, Catwoman.
Our girl from High Fidelity.
Our girl from High Fidelity. Interesting choice. I was like, I just watched that show.
Yeah. Now, okay. I like the change in Commissioner Gordon, which means you have the change in Batgirl.
Mm-hmm.
So now.
Oh, right here.
So now,
I mean, cut you off. Right here. He does look a little skinny. Wait, hold on. Let me play it. Like, damn it. It's like a really quick shot. But yeah, when they show him right here, where he dives at the guy.
Tackles the guy?
Yeah, right here. He does look kind of skinny.
He looks like Scarecrow.
Yeah. So I can see what you're saying.
So let me finish. So I like the change in Commissioner Gordon. I like the change they're doing in Batgirl. That's going to be down the road. So now that you have Selena Kyle be a black woman, now I have no problems with it. But now you have a whole bunch of SWJs, or people who are like the same controversy with the Black Stormtrooper. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Why is everybody black now? Why can't you just leave it the way it was?
Yeah.
So
true. So true.
As being, again, not a problem for me, but a problem for certain people. I have my biggest problem with it is the person who they picked as Batman.
Yeah, I could definitely see that causing controversy. People probably aren't thinking about it like that. I don't think a lot of people probably even really know who Catwoman is. So they might not even be thinking about it like that. But then again, we had Halle Berry as Catwoman. So,
Yes. Halle Berry was Catwoman. Okay. But Halle Berry wasn't in Gotham City. She wasn't dealing with Batman. She wasn't dealing with this. She wasn't dealing with that.
Yeah. It was.
And again, I'm not telling you I have the problem with it. I think I see people having a problem with it.
Right here, Colin Farrell. Wait, is it Colin Farrell?
Yes. Colin Farrell is the Penguin.
He does not look like Colin Farrell right here.
That's the idea, though.
Man, they did because I know I listened to a lot of podcasts and people were like, "Nah, that's not Colin Farrell. That's Colin Farrell." They
wait for the part.
Yeah, I can tell. And at first, I didn't know who he was. And also with him, once again, this is Penguin before his prime. So all of this is year 2. They're calling this year 2 Batman. This is everybody after, like Bruce Wayne. This is year 2 of Bruce Wayne after he officially becomes Batman. So,
okay, and here's the other thing too. Batman has never been friendly with the cops. He's only been friendly with Commissioner Gordon.
Yes.
So why is he walking around a crime scene without a problem?
In some previous Batman films, they had parts where Commissioner Gordon would say, "Let him in, let him pass," et cetera, et cetera. Yes. Sometimes the cops would be a little standoffish, like, "What is he doing here?" et cetera. Like, I think even in the most recent Batman v Superman, I think it was kind of like that. No, I don't think that was like that. One of the Batman films.
From the comics point of view, police have never been friends of Batman. It's only been Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah. So I mean, they have expressed that in some of the films, in like a small little detail. So, but yeah, I mean, I like this idea of him playing Penguin. I'm interested to see where he goes with it. I didn't really like Danny DeVito's Penguin that well. I just felt like it was.
I hated Danny DeVito's Penguin.
I felt like it was a little. I know his character isn't. All right, the beginning stages of his character might have been disgusting, but at a certain point, he was really elegant.
No, Penguin has never been disgusting. Penguin has always been Cobblepot. He is an ugly child of a rich family. He is high class. They portrayed him perfectly in Batman the Animated Series.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm curious to see what he's gonna play with this character going into like the beginning stages of the Penguin. I'm really curious to see how he does it. So yeah, this part right here where he beats up the guy, I'm thinking,
That smile.
huh?
That was the smile you were talking about.
Yeah. I'm thinking by this point, somewhere in the film, something happened and he's just emotional. Yeah, he probably could have took him out with one hit, but he's just freaking angry at something.
Let me ask you a question, okay? You're with 10 of your friends. We all go out to a bar and someone's kicking the crap out of me. Are you going to wait to see what happens and go, okay, let's be like a movie. Let's go one on one at a time. Or are you just going to jump the motherfucker?
No, yeah, I'm not going to watch unless it's Batman. And then I'm just going to be like, all right, I'm not getting asked.
But at that point, Batman's nobody. Batman's just a crazy guy in a suit.
Yeah, true. I'm also glad right here when they said, who the hell are you? I'm glad he didn't say I'm Batman. I don't know why. Such a little stupid nitpick. I'm glad he just said I'm vengeance or something like that. I'm glad he didn't say I'm Batman.
Just goes, I'm vengeance.
I'm vengeance.
No, not even. I'm vengeance. I'm gonna sparkle.
You really hate, oh my God. You really hate Pattinson, man. I swear.
With a passion.
With a passion. What do you think of this freaking car, dude? Oh my God, that car looks good.
Comic book accurate.
Really? What comic book was that one from?
If you look at how Batman started, he started out with literally modding a normal car. So in that one sense, it's comic book accurate. That I did like. There are certain touches of this trailer that I do like. Like that's a touch that I like.
Yeah.
It looks like he could have built it himself.
Exactly. And going into this film, I was worried about that. I was like, man, what is the Batmobile going to look like? Is it going to look like just total mess? And I like the fact that it looks like he just modded something. Like it's a nice feel.
Yeah. Where's Alfred is my question.
Yeah, we didn't see Alfred. Oh, right here. You can tell he's having a dispute with the police. When he's he's being shot by gang members. But here he's zipping up the zip line and there's cops on the steps.
That is one thing I did like to show that he does have armor on.
Yes. It's so
but what I didn't like is that the bat symbol wasn't lighter in color than the rest of the uniform.
Well, you gotta
comic book canon, he has a yellow symbol because he has the most armor there, so he wants people to aim at the place where he has the most armor.
But you gotta also remember, this is also year 2 Batman. You know what I mean? Like he's still kind of coming into his own.
Bro,
so I'm guessing
Batman would have a sticker on his armor, not some fucking
sticker.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
he wouldn't have this intricate bat symbol in there.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the fact, like you said, that he actually has armor. It is not just like some little cloth, kind of thing that just randomly just deflects bullets. But overall, I'm loving it. I'm looking forward to it as always. I'm a big Batman fan. And yes, I do like the fact that he had the eye makeup because I feel like a lot of times Batman movies just do weird stuff with the eyes. So yeah, I like that. All right, Suicide Squad Kills Justice League is a game that we saw, a trailer, cinematic trailer. What do you think?
I like the idea. I like the premise. Aliens come, whether it's a Brainiac or not, I don't know. But I just wish they would have added another character into the Suicide Squad.
Okay.
I just feel like with an additional character, and I don't care who it is, I just kind of feel like you have a better game dynamic.
Okay.
I can understand. I'm looking forward to the game, and I'd be interested in playing it.
I mean, yes, same here. I'm a little iffy because of the fact that it's the Suicide Squad, and I guess the film's kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And I know the film has nothing to do with the game, but the trailer looked good. I mean, it was interesting, it was entertaining, it was funny, and I don't know. The Suicide Squad always gives me that vibe of like the Guardians of the Galaxy version for DC, basically. I'm pretty much whatever about the cast. There's a lot of Suicide Squad members, so I just hope the gameplay is good. The developers did say that this game is a continuation of the Arkham series, which is interesting because, the Arkham series was dark and broody, and now this time they're going with a more lighthearted, bright setting. So I'm just looking forward to seeing the Arkham series continue.
I think it's a lighthearted, dark setting. It's a lighthearted setting.
So we think. True indeed.
So you think.
I mean,
I don't know if they're coming in as melee characters looking to just fight, or you don't know if there's sneaky parts of it and things like that.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's a lot of cooperation with the other players.
Yeah.
Um, so again, I'm looking forward to it because of who the developer is.
Yes, Rocksteady made like some awesome Batman games with the Arkham series. Those are literally one of my favorite games of all time. The Arkham series is freaking amazing. Not even just
And
because
not
it's
only
Batman.
that, they're all replayable.
I'm still playing the last one, and that one came out
I,
what 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
oh, the one where you drive the Batmobile?
Yeah, I'm still playing that one. I'm going back
I'm
and doing
actually
the
going to
AR
download it
missions.
tomorrow.
Huh?
I'm going to download it tomorrow. It's $5 on the
Oh,
PlayStation
it's
Store.
it's totally worth it. $5, man. It's such a good game. Like in the Riddler challenges in that game are hard as hell. Hard as
See,
hell.
that's the part that I avoid. I'm not interested in the regular challenges.
Yeah, a lot of them I did avoid because it was just too annoying at a certain point. But yeah, it's totally worth it. It's totally worth playing it. Rocksteady is like they earned my trust. I I definitely trust the studio, so I know
Yeah.
they're gonna do a good job. I like the fact that I get to play with Deadshot. Deadshot's an interesting character to me. Boomerang, interesting character. I just want to see what he does. I've never seen him in a game before. King Shark. Yeah, I
The thing
already said
about
King Shark.
Boomerang is people don't realize he's basically Batman without the grappling hook.
Basically, yeah. Basically. I like Harley Quinn as a character. I like the fact that we're getting a lot of Harley Quinn stuff lately. A lot of Harley Quinn. So yeah, I think it'll be a good game. I'm wondering how they're gonna do this whole thing where they kill the Justice League. Like I think that'll make an interesting story because you have these super powerful beings in the Justice League going up against essentially normal human beings, basically, except for King Shark, obviously.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
wish it was Killer Croc though.
huh?
I wish it was Killer Croc, not King Shark.
Yeah, I would have thought Killer Croc would have been up in there because Killer Croc made a huge imprint in the Arkham series. So I would have thought
But
they would have used him.
I think with King Shark, there's going to be a level that's a water level. That's
Oh
why they're
yeah.
using it
Oh
for a
yeah,
different challenge.
definitely. Definitely. A lot of people are saying that Superman may be bad, and it's a possibility that he could be, but I don't. It's like you never know with this game. I don't know. Maybe that guy that he killed was some bad guy or something. I don't know. I mean, we'll
No,
see.
like earlier on, they showed that the city's in ruin is being invaded. I think it's an alien invasion. They took over the Justice League.
Yeah, true, probably. So I mean, I can see. Oh, and this comes out 2022, and it's only going to be on the next gen consoles, PS5 and Xbox Series S. So
Okay, I'm
that.
definitely gonna get a PS5.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a
Um,
day one purchase for me, for sure.
yeah.
Honestly, in my opinion, I think the DC Fandom was probably the best streaming service convention, if you want to call it that I've seen all year long, in my opinion.
Um, so let me ask you a question. What did you think of the Suicide Squad um, trailer?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, let me actually find some B-roll for that because I completely forgot about that. I thought it looked pretty interesting. The first Suicide Squad film, like I said, left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. So but being that James Gunn is directing it, I have faith that he's gonna do something good with this one. The characters they have, it's such a freaking huge cast. It's literally, it's what maybe it's. I think it's maybe going off the top of my head about 10 plus characters that they have in this
The
film.
one I'm actually most interested in is the most ridiculous looking character, Polka Dot Man.
Yeah, me too. I never knew that there was such a character named Polka Dot Man.
He's interesting because his dots do different things depending on the comic book. They're explosions, they're black holes, they're traps, they're this, that, and the other thing. So that's the one I'm most. He's very powerful, ridiculous looking, but very powerful.
So, like, how do you think overall they're going to be able to have 10 plus characters in a film and have enough time to really dive into all these characters? Because I can't see you having this be a 2 hour film. This needs to be at least three plus.
Okay, here's the thing. James Gunn, incredible director. He took Guardians of the Galaxy, which was a very small, not very popular comic book, and turned
Mm-hmm.
it into a major, major thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's capable of doing that. And I look at the CW crossovers for
Oh
their
yeah,
for their TV shows,
yeah.
and I think it can be done. It's just a matter of good writing.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that they're bringing Viola Davis back. Joel Kinnaman, he's coming
She
back.
killed in that part.
Huh?
She
Michael.
killed it in that part.
Oh yeah, for sure. Michael Volker. Who is this guy?
Rooker.
Rooker. Okay. Javelin. Okay, I didn't know about that guy before either. Harley Quinn,
Yeah,
Margot
these are
Robbie.
all very weird characters that I can't stand her as Harley Quinn. I wish she did change it.
I love her as Harley Quinn. What are you talking about?
Good actor for Polka Dot Man, by the way.
Huh? Oh
The
yeah.
actor they picked for Polka Dot Man, real good actor.
Oh yeah. I love his work. Idris Elba. I did not expect to see him in this. Bloodsport. Interesting.
You know what? Idris Elba's in everything.
Yeah, I know. King Shark, we were just talking about him. He's gonna be in here.
Yeah. And Idris Elba is such an amazing actor that, you know, he deserves to be in everything.
He needs to be James Bond, the thinker. He's coming in here too.
The
Nice.
Thinker, that is the character I'm most interested how they're going to use.
Yeah, same here. Pete Davidson, what is he playing? He's playing Blackguard. And I know nothing about that character.
He's annoying.
Nathan Fillion, he's going to be TDK. Okay. No,
yes.
nothing.
Now that's the one character that people think he's going to be. There's a character in the DC universe, something called like the Armless Man or something, that he would just rip off his arms and beat people with it.
Really?
And they think he's that character.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of those strange oddball characters. But Nathan Fillion's absolutely hysterical, so you know he's gonna bring comic relief to it.
Did you know Sean Gunn is James Gunn's brother?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He was in his last few films. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy as well. And now he's in this one.
Right.
Yeah.
He was one of the starts with an R, Reavers or something like that.
Yeah, I forgot his name. He was working with
He's the tall, skinny one.
Yeah. I forgot who he was working with, but yeah, he was in that film too. But yeah, he's playing Weasel in this film. Interesting. I know nothing about that character.
I know nothing about that character.
Jay Courtney is coming back as Boomerang Man. I mean Captain Boomerang. Yeah, good choice. John Cena is going to be what is this guy's name here? Peacemaker.
Yes.
I think John Cena has good comedic timing, so I think he'll be perfect for this role. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot of characters, man. This one is scheduled to come out. It says 2021 here, so looking forward to it. I mean, DC, man, DC is really turned up, man. They got a lot of good stuff coming out.
Because DC finally wised up and said, "Let's not be Marvel. Let's be our own thing."
Yeah, exactly. Just make films. Just make films.
Yeah.
All the films don't have to connect with each other, and I think they were trying to do that. They were trying to connect.
But the thing is, they don't have to be such an obvious connection. You can just have characters move from one movie to the other, and that's all the connection you need.
Exactly.
They don't have to have like they don't all have to lead into each other like the Avengers.
Yeah. That is DC Fandom. We're gonna keep up with all the DC stuff that drops out. And we'll let you guys know what's going on. We're gonna jump into our recommendations. What do you got for us today, Los?
For me, it is a show that was canceled 5 years ago. There's only 13 episodes of it. It's called Almost Human.
Okay.
It has what's his name again? From give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
He's in The Boys.
What character does he play? Because I would know
the main character, Carl Urban.
He plays the superhero main character or the guy that's in charge of the little clique?
In charge of the boys. Anyway, Almost Human. Carl Urban is a cop who lost his leg, has to get an artificial leg. The whole thing's set in 2048, and his partner is Michael Early. He's one of those actors, like, you know him by face, you don't really know his name, and he plays an android. So it's kind of a buddy cop thing set in the future. It's really good. It has the right mix of comedy into it, the good set of action, and it's very intelligent. I recommend it. You can watch it free on IMDb TV.
My recommendation is a show on HBO Max. Yes, I have finally subscribed to HBO Max. It's kind of the sleeper right now. Lovecraft Country. I'm gonna get the summary on IMDb real quick. Give me 1 second. This one, according to IMDb, wait, where is my description at? I'm sorry. If I can find it. According to IMDb, a young African American travels across the U.S. in the 1950s in search of his missing father. He's an army vet, basically, and the show is very interesting. It's based off the 1950s. You have, like, obviously, black people at this point are still going through, racism and things like that. But the show has a mystical element attached to it. Right now, they're only releasing episodes, one episode per week, I believe, at this point. So I've only got a chance to finish the first episode, and so far it's pretty freaking interesting, man. Like, it might be a little heavy on some of the racism for a lot of people who might have a hard time watching that. It is a little heavy on that, but
you know what? It's only the people who are going to have a hard time watching it are people who've never gone through it.
Yeah.
If you've gone through it, you can relate to it, and yes, it'll get on your nerves, but it's one of those things that you'll hate it and relate to it at the same time.
Yeah.
So again, I think this is one of those shows that will speak volumes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
By the situations that they get into.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting for the fact that they mix that element along with mystical elements like monsters and just sci-fi. I've never seen a film mix those elements together, so that's why I was just so curious about this, especially for the fact that Jordan Peele, which is one of my favorite directors right now, and J.J. Abrams tag team this show, so it's an interesting combination. And I don't like a lot of J.J. stuff, but
here's the thing: Almost Human was it's part of JJ. It's a JJ Abrams creation, but he wasn't the showrunner.
Really?
And that's really good. And here JJ Abrams is part of it, but Peele is the show runner.
Well, maybe.
So I'm willing to give it a chance because I know that combination works really well.
Oh yeah. So far, yeah, like I said, I'm only one episode in, but so far it's really good, man. It's really good. So check it out. It's Lovecraft Country right now on HBO Max.
I'm actually gonna wait till it's like 3 or 4 episodes out because if I like it, I want to binge it.
Yeah, I think episode 2 just came out this week, so I'm probably gonna watch that tomorrow. Yeah, I was gonna do that too, but I'm like, man, it's good. I gotta watch the next episode whenever it drops. It's really good so far. Make sure if you guys are following us on YouTube, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Also, don't forget, for our audio listeners, check us out live. You can catch the show live on twitch.tv/K2THAJ. And yeah, we're going to be coming to more podcast services pretty soon as well. All right, guys, we're getting out of here. Stay safe, wear a mask. We love you. Peace and chicken grease.
Later, guys. Peace.